This is coming back from the Arctic. We are the extraterrestrials. In the Arctic Circle, they are known as Aurora Borealis, or the Northern Lights, while in the Antarctica Circle, they are called Aurora Australis, or the Southern Lights. These dramatic and colorful lights are created when electrically charged particles from solar winds enter the Earth's atmosphere and interact with gases in the atmosphere. These charged particles that is traveling from the inner Earth at the Antarctic poles is not only a form of light, but it is vibrating at a higher intellectual pulse, causing certain DNA within the Earth to channel information directly into the existing suns, which is by way of photosynthesis, causing certain DNA that is asleep in so-called Africans to open up and activate to the point where now many of us are experiencing or witnessing things or entities stumbling in and out of these parallel worlds, where many extraterrestrials in our bloodline have gone and is now coming back through certain portals within certain pyramid structures that also exist at the poles, mainly the North Pole. I am not a ufologist. I am what the ufologists fear, because there are things inside of me communicating with the things that they fear in the inner Earth. They taught you about some Santa Claus coming from the North Pole. There's no Santa Claus coming from no North Pole, but there is a power at the North Pole that delivers the shifting energy that comes to activate the DNA that is asleep in your spine, which causes the pineal gland to communicate with the red star at the constellations. And this is where they get your Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer from. The red nose being the red star is metaphysics. The heartbeat of the Earth is causing the European to become more violent, because he knows that what is coming out of the Antarctic poles is in direct correlation to the awakening of the extraterrestrials known as the African. And they have us conditioned, assuming that if we are physically harmed, that we are dying. But how can you kill something that can never die? And the only reason why death exists is because we react emotionally, causing it to live within our subconscious, which is our portal to reality. I'm getting sick and tired of hearing my brothers and sisters claim a spiritual standpoint. But when you see the body of the illusion being harmed, you all take stances and finding physical liberation tactics to liberate something that you are not. You cannot break a system that creates your money. You cannot break a system of corporations that has already studied other foreign cultures who are willing to take your place in society to accommodate what you are not willing to accommodate. We are more powerful than marchers. We are more powerful than boycotts and emotional liberators of a world that doesn't deserve our presence on it, because it is us that overrides the existence beyond this pathetic peon of a dimension that is physical. Only people who think they are physical fight for physical liberation. But when you know who and what you really are, you fight for the sustenance of that which you are, to create your own world and stay in it. Because when you allow the world of physicality to dictate who you are, to dictate to you how you should feel, when it stages the things that causes your lower emotional frequencies, then you become a part of that world that is witnessing or dictating or making you think that this is what you are. The so-called killings that you are witnessing is the side effect of something greater going on in our honor. But if your third eye is not activated at a higher frequency, then you will fail to understand or understand what I am saying. Peace and one love. I'm not saying that we should not protect ourselves, but what I'm saying is don't give too much energy and emotions to something that we are not a part of. I'm focused on the war that is unseen, because I'm the unseen. You cannot see the real me with your physical eyes. We are giving too much attention to a world that we are not citizens of. But hey, I mean, if you want to be a citizen of the Matrix, then go ahead and fight for an illusionary justice that does not or will never exist. Science TV 111, Osei Kufuor. I'm back at y'all again. I'm here today to answer a question from someone who is concerned about defense as far as spiritual attacks. Go ahead.
I would like to know how I can protect myself from the entities that's been attacking me.
Well, when we have parallel universes and parallel realities that exist within our realm that we can't see, and the reason why we can't see is because we are inside of a body that is causing us to be able to exist on many dimensions within the third dimensional realm. What do I mean by that? What I mean by that is we exist here, but we also exist somewhere else. So when you are waking up with scratches and bruises on you, you might not be, the part of you that's here might not be getting attacked. It may be a part of you that's being attacked somewhere else in another realm. It's just like a clone. If they create a clone out of you, if they attack that clone, you are going to feel some of the effects of that attack from that clone.
Wow.
So you are in a clone dimension. This is a 3D dimension, which is a clone dimension. It's similar to the effects within when you are studying the dynamics of what energy and life is, because energy and life is two things that coincide. Energy is something that resonates on a frequency of being able to captivate certain things when it is traveling from body to body. So in order for you to defend yourself, you will have to know how to play on energy. You will have to know how to use energy as your defense. That's not physical. Energy is not physical. What do I mean by using it as a defense? Telekinesis is one form, which is a lower form, but we cannot initiate it. Why? Because we are so bombarded by satellites that is traveling in space and satellites that is traveling in our community that it is intercepting the informational shifts, or the energy that is carrying the information that is causing us to shift into a direction where the satellites is intercepting our information. So if your DNA don't receive this information, it will lay dormant, it will sleep. So you stand the chance of being attacked. How do you defend yourself? Well, when you are studying the melanin that we consist of as so-called black people, this melanin can be rerouted, restructured, and it can be replaced. How does that happen? When you are studying the telecommunication satellites or the frequency modulators that our cell phones run off of, because our melanin works like a cell phone. We can send messages through our melanin because melanin is in the air, it's dark matter. So as long as dark matter exists, we can communicate from one dimension to another. But again, as long as the part of your brain is not accessed to know this, then it will shut down. Because some people be like, well, I astral project, I left my body, I see my body. But at the same time, they've never astral projected or seen their body. They are actually reliving a moment of something that they stumbled upon, because your dreams can come to you. You don't necessarily go to your dreams most of the time. Your dreams come to you.
Wow.
Your subconscious is where your dream gates and your dream worlds exist. You have 7 gates within your subconscious, which is connected to your 7 chakras. So what we need is vinyl records, which is in kinship to melanin. It's a lower form of melanin. Vinyl records intercepts negative energy, and it reconstructs it. And it holds it, or it can redirect it and turn it into positive energy. This is what we can do. You can take vinyl records and hang it up in your window.
You need all the windows or just?
If you want to just do it in your bedroom, that's fine. But it's good to have it on your clothing as well when you are moving throughout the society, because there's other things that the worlds exist all day, every day, just like this world exists. You just can't see it, again, because you are wearing a clone lens over your spiritual eyes temporarily. So you can use that. Also, words is frequency. So depending on the determination that you put behind your words, your frequency becomes higher, whether it's English or not. I used to think that English words were just lower frequency, but how do we still exist and be able to do some of the things that we're doing while we are still using English language? So I studied that consistency creates more of a positive frequency, even when we use those type of process dynamics or languages. You know what I'm saying? So when we chanting things in our environment, we create that. We are our words. We are our thoughts. Your words is a thought before it's created. Anything you manifest starts as a thought, because a thought is energy.
Wow.
You get what I'm saying? So we can't attack demons and stuff like that using physical defense. We have to be able to use it with this. And the reason why our people are so comfortable using physical defense and want to use guns is because they are too lazy to go within the inner self and use that weapon that they need to spark and initiate, and they can get rid of everything in no time. They can get rid of certain energies in no time, certain things that's attacking them in no time. But we are so caught up in condition in the physical world. So this is where our mind lays dormant. The more that you acknowledge something, the more you become a part of it. The less that you acknowledge it, the less you become a part of it. And the less that these people can see you. You see, I don't keep my mind on the system no more. So I don't get pulled over like I used to.
Oh.
Because they don't exist to me. And I have a determination and a consistency that they won't exist to me. But when we are marching and protesting and doing all of this, then we allow this shit to exist. Anybody spiritual knows this. But it's sometimes we have people who speak the word spiritual just to cater to that emotion or to cater to that esteem that they really don't have. You get what I'm saying? But it's all good because sometimes you can accidentally spark something inside of you by being foolish. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So it all coincides with each other. So yeah, you can use vinyl records, but it's better to use your mind. Your mind has the highest form of defense when it comes to being able to go in and out. And a lot of people won't understand what I'm saying because they are not used to what I'm saying. A lot of stuff that I'm saying is entertainment. So they have to condition us that this is just entertainment. It's not nothing that you can utilize within the reality structure when you really can. All right. So with that much said, this is Black Science TV 111. Osei Kufuor, I'm out. Peace.
Peace.